Last time, we left them in the water. A massive ship, 306 souls, swallowed by the Atlantic without a whisper. Now we leave the sea behind. We trade salt air for cold mountain stone. A platform in northern Italy. Summer, 1911. 106 passengers board a train. It rolls into a tunnel. And it never rolls out. July 1911. The Zanetti Railway Company is small, ambitious, hungry for headlines. They have a new line, a new tunnel, a spine of rock carved through the Italian Alps. To celebrate, they offer something irresistible. A free ride, open seats for anyone brave enough to step aboard. Brochures circulate through nearby villages. Notices appear in cafes and post offices. Come witness modern progress. Ride the future through the mountain. The day arrives. The platform fills. Families in Sunday clothes. Workers on holiday. Reporters with notebooks. Engineers in clean white shirts. 106 tickets. 106 passengers. Children clutch sweets. Mothers smooth their hair. A brass band plays. A photographer hunches under his black cloth. Steam hisses from the boiler. The locomotive gleams. The conductor checks his pocket watch. Doors slam shut one after another. The whistle screams. And the Zanetti Special begins to move. Slow at first, then steady, toward the dark mouth in the mountainside. But not everyone is on board. Two men stand on the platform. Both had tickets. Both were minutes from boarding. Then something stopped them. Witnesses later described their behavior as strange, sudden, frantic. One was a clerk from Turin. The other, a carpenter from a nearby village. Different men, different lives. Yet both turn pale at the same moment. Both step backward from the train. The clerk drops his suitcase on the platform. The carpenter clutches a small wooden cross around his neck. They try to warn the others. They beg passengers to step off. Something is wrong, they say. Something feels wrong. The other riders laugh. A woman waves them away through her window. A reporter scribbles a joke in his notebook. A child points and giggles. The whistle blows. The train begins to roll. And the two men stand frozen, watching it crawl toward the tunnel. Later, both will say the same thing. The air had changed. The light had changed. The mountain had felt, in that final moment, like a mouth. Not a tunnel. A throat. They could not explain it then. They could not explain it years later. They only knew. Whatever was waiting inside that hole in the rock. It was not meant for them. And it was hungry. The Zanetti Special enters the tunnel at 12:17 in the afternoon. A photographer snaps a final image. Smoke pouring from the stack. Faces blurred behind the glass. The last car disappears into the dark. The sound of the wheels softens. Then fades. Then nothing. On the far side of the mountain, another station master waits. His name is recorded in the legend as Aldo. His clock ticks past the expected arrival time. 5 minutes late. Then 10. Then 20. He steps onto the empty platform. Listens. There should be a whistle echoing through the gorge. There should be a column of smoke rising above the trees. There is neither. He sends a runner up the line. The runner finds nothing. No train approaching. No smoke. No sound. The telegraph clatters between the two stations. Where is the Zanetti Special? The reply is short. It entered the tunnel. It has not come out. The minutes become hours. The hours become panic. By nightfall, the Italian railway has a problem it cannot explain. A train weighing dozens of tons. A locomotive trailing iron and steel. 106 living, breathing passengers. Vanished. Inside a tunnel less than a kilometer long. With one entrance, one exit, and nothing in between. By dawn, lanterns line both ends of the tunnel. Police, soldiers, engineers, local men with shovels and torches. They walk the tunnel together. Slowly, silently, they find the rails, untouched, polished from use. They find the walls, solid rock. No cracks, no hidden chambers. No signs of collapse. They find no train, no twisted metal, no splintered wood, no bodies, no clothing, no laggy, no blood, no soot patterns suggesting an explosion, no scorch marks suggesting a fire. Nothing. They search again and again. Engineers tap the walls with hammers. Geologists examine the bedrock. Dogs are brought in. The dogs refuse to enter. By the third day, the search expands beyond the tunnel. Mountainsides combed. Rivers dragged.
Village question.
Nothing surfaces. No witnesses. No Reiki. The Zanetti Special and 106 Souls have simply ceased to exist. At first, people whisper of sabotage, anarchists, sinkholes, a secret military test. The theories die quickly, because none of them explain the silence. None explain the missing iron. As the years pass, the whispers turn stranger. Some say the tunnel was built across a fault in reality itself. A thin spot, a door that opened only once. Others claim the engineers had carved through cursed ground. Roman ruins. Vergaten graves. Something older. Mediums hold seances at the tunnel mouth. Priests bless the entrance. Children dare each other to step inside. By the 1950s, the Zanetti Special has become folklore. By the 1970s, books appear. By the 1990s, documentaries. And then, the truly strange reports begin. Not from Italy, not from the Alps, but from places hundreds of years and thousands of miles away. Places the Zanetti Special could never have reached. Unless, the tunnel did more than swallow it. The first claim surfaces in a Mexican village in the 1840s, decades before the train was built. Witnesses describe a group of strangers wandering out of the hills, Italian-speaking, disoriented, dressed in clothes no one had ever seen, carrying papers no one could read. The papers, the legend says, were dated 1911. A second sighting follows. Romania, 1845. Another group of Italians, lost, confused, asking for a railway station that did not yet exist, carrying tickets stamped with the Zanetti seal. There are no photographs, no surviving documents, only stories retold in books and websites and late-night videos. But the implication is dizzying. If the Zanetti Special did not crash, did not vanish into rock, then perhaps it vanished into time itself. A train full of holidaymakers, hurled backward through the centuries, dropped, scattered into the wrong world. Bewildered passengers, knocking on the doors of the past. Then come the historians, and the story begins to fall apart. Investigators search Italian newspaper archives from 1911. They find nothing. No mention of a missing train. No mention of 106 lost passengers. No mention of a company called Zanetti. They search rail registries, tunnel construction records, government inquiries. Silence. The Mexican village. Unverifiable. The Romanian sighting. Untraceable. The earliest written version of the Zanetti story does not appear until the early 2000s. Posted to Italian paranormal forums. Then translated. Then copied. Then mutated. Each retelling adding new details. New witnesses. New ghosts. Folklorists trace the modern legend back to a single online thread. A campfire tale dressed in historical clothing. There was no Zanetti Railway Company. There was no 1911 tunnel. There were no 106. There was only a story. And the story, it turns out, was the train all along. And yet, we believe, or part of us wants to. Folklorists call the Zanetti Special a perfect modern myth. Specific enough to feel real. Vague enough to resist proof. Carries every ingredient our imagination craves. A precise number. A sealed location. Innocent victims. Ominous warnings. A tidy mystery. Sealed behind a wall of rock. Psychologists point to something deeper. We live in a world that has been measured, mapped, photographed from orbit. The blank spaces on the maps are gone. So we invent them. We hide them in tunnels, in oceans, in the spaces between centuries. We need somewhere left for the impossible to live. The Zanetti train gives us that somewhere. A train full of strangers, swallowed by a mountain. A reminder that even now, even here, the world might still hold a door we have not opened. And on the other side of that door, something might be waiting. If the story pulled you in, leave a like. Subscribe so the next mystery finds you. And tell us in the comments, do you believe the legend? Or do you believe the debunking? Next time, we leave the tunnels behind. We turn our cameras toward the open sky, toward witnesses who saw something they could not explain, something that should not exist, watching them from above. Until then, stay curious and stay skeptical.